Jojo Polo here, your billion-dollar business builder. This is my personal story. You know, I'm having the time of my life right now because almost every day, this is what I do. I help business owners build their business to be seven figures and to work even without them. So, for example, you have this friend of mine saying, our business advisor, business guru, and true friend, thank you for yesterday. You know, this is just life when you are doing what you love to do. But it was not always that way. Because when I was young, I was actually really very bad in terms of my grades. I was shy, timid, a people pleaser. I had a short temper, very sensitive also at the same time. That was me. And my grades were just like very, very bad. Okay, my father did not even want to sign my scorecards. But one fateful summer break when I was in second year high school, somehow something hit me, and I said while I was in the beach to the eagle that I saw, I will be an eagle. I hate being average. And I declared to myself, I will one day be a general manager of a large company. That somehow, somehow it came into my life. And that was lucky because that day changed everything. From that day forth, I became a better and more diligent student. I even graduated like with honors. And then in college, I even graduated with best thesis and even got a scholarship with that dream of becoming a general manager. And indeed, that dream came to be. And in 2005, I became general manager of this large organization. It was a $200 million business with 2,400 employees and 25 branches. I was like, yeah, finally, I did it. Then it happened. 6 months in as GM, the deal with a regional player fell apart and they left us as our partner. So they were intending to, purchase the company and I becoming the overall in charge. It fell apart. And in a week, we lost 60% of our sales. And we computed that, oh my God, we can be in debt, losing $7.6 million. And I was the GM. And I was saying, why me? Why me? Okay. I thought that that was the end of it. But the next thing I knew was, oh my God, this company had a lot of internal corruption. I had to fire 2 out of the 3 vice presidents, 3 out of 4 regional managers, and 15 out of 25 branch managers. Then, to top it all, after that, I started receiving death threats almost every day with a text message. Can you imagine that? You're going home, you have a death threat, and you're just like knocking your head off. How can I turn around this company? And all my life, I wanted to become a general manager, and now this is a company that can go bankrupt. What a bad way to go. Well, I guess because my family then, I have 5 children, 5 children, and that more or less became like a motivator, an anchor to tell me, you gotta make this thing work. And indeed, with hard work, as in 20 hours almost every day working, we were able to turn it around. And instead of like going under, by the third year, we actually even grew to 277. From the loss to 133, we lost that touch business. We grew it. And I was so happy already. Said, yeah, finally, yeah. Then another, yeah, I would say crisis came again. You know what happened? The owner decided to sell majority of her share to another person. I think she was traumatized by almost going under, And so she didn't want to be like in the business anymore. She wanted to cash out and sell majority share. But unfortunately, the person who replaced her was a slave driver. And that guy became my boss. I remember a day he would call me at 1 a.m. in the morning and I would not answer. The following morning is going to be like so angry at me. And to top it all, because the business was in crisis when I started, I volunteered to the owner that, okay, don't freeze my salary first because it's quite high, and then when it turns around, then increase it. And that's the time that yeah, she got replaced with this guy, and he didn't want even to increase my salary. In fact, he even reduced some of my privileges. I said, my goodness, that happened. And so after 2 years there, I said, okay, I can't handle this anymore. I left and I joined a new company. But this was great because this new company was larger. You know, they recognized my efforts of turning around that business, so they got me. This had 7,000 employees, 40 branches, 180 networks, and then branch networks, small. So, and then I became in charge of even the overseas business, handling Malaysia, Vietnam, China, Hong Kong, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar, and also the B2B sales dairy creamer. So I was having the time of my life when I started to join. Then, just my luck, another challenge came, and it was this form. This was 2010. The person I replaced, the director, of the distribution, yeah, the managing director that I replaced, he got bitter. He joined our competitor and started to pirate 30% of our sales team. Crazy, right? Okay, about 200 people he got away from us. And then at the same moment, a major competitor, conglomerate, started coming into our industry. And this conglomerate was known to really bring down market leaders. And they sold their products buy two, get one, and their advertising expense was double, two times more ours. We estimate they were spending $200 million for advertising. These two, big crises came in all at the same time. I said, my goodness, yeah. But I guess I was prepared in the last crisis. So this one was like, I can do this. And that's where I started learning about NLP, yeah, neuro linguistic programming, and use this in order to turn around this company, which I did because this is what happened. After 3 years, okay, when this crisis started to come in the end of 2011, okay, we actually grew the business from 500 million to $1 billion in 3 years. And then the overseas business, I turned it around from 1.1 million loss to 2.2 million gain. And then the B2B creamer from zero to a $6 million business. I was like, I'm invincible. I'm having the time of my life. Yeah. It was like, there you are. I didn't know that the lowest point of my career was just coming. You know what happened? This is what happened. By the end of 2014, when the owners went into a lawsuit, they had a ownership claim between the siblings. They had that. Okay. And now, unfortunately, the people who hired me were in the minority share. They were in the minority share. And those who were like in the 60% majority share, okay, they were like looking at me and looking at me as a person who was loyal to the minority who filed a lawsuit against them. And because of that, the following year, this is what happened. you're fired. I said, what? I just increased the business to a billion, converted the overseas business to be profitable, made the B2B to 6 million, but still I was fired. So for the first time in my life, I was fired. But you know what? What's funny? I was rehired on the same day. I was fired by in the that big company and rehired by the minority owners who had a company that they said, Joe, I want you to take care of this first. And don't worry, when we win the case, then you're going to be rehired in the big company. But for the meantime, please turn around this company that's losing $50,000 a month and make it profitable. So I said, okay, I can do that. So for 2 years in that company, I turned that around too, from negative 50,000 to making it a profitable company of $2 million. But you know what? By fate, we, the our side won at the lower court. They won on the upper court. When it went to the Supreme Court, that's where we lost. Not because of substance, but because of, you know what I mean, okay? So we lost. And so I was on a crossroad again. I said, okay, there's no way I can go back to that big company. And so at that point, I was actually offered to go back and to have and join another major big company wanting to hire me. In fact, they already took me in, yeah, trial for 3 months, yeah, uh, like consultancy for a year with them. They took me in, telling me that we want you to join us. But I said to myself, wait a minute, is this what I want? Because I remember I was helping some business owners already. During those 2 years of transitioning, I asked the business owners, can I do some trainings on the side, and they agreed with me. So I was doing this, and I remember this business owner who one day came to me and said, Jojo, let me give you a big embrace. You changed my life. You changed my business. And with like tears in his eyes, he was saying, my business grew 400%. And as he was embracing me, I could hardly breathe. I was so like touched. There was a tear in my eye also. And I said, I love this. This feeling is even better than when I grew the company from $500 million to $1 billion. I find this so fulfilling. And so I made that faithful decision at that lowest point in my life. And I said, this is what I want to do. I want to help business owners to grow their business to 7 figures, even 8 figures, and make it work even without them. And let them have also, because of that, a thriving business with a thriving family. That's that became like my passion right now. That's why, friends, I'm having the time of my life now, just doing this, just helping business owners in that way, using my sure success formula, and that now is my life. Thank you. Jojo Apollo here, your $1 billion business builder.